So for this episode of Spurs Roundup, which is the Avery Johnson installment, aka episode 6, this one's going to be a little different. This will be a little preview of what we think we'll see tomorrow night, technically later on tonight, here in Cleveland against the 2016 Mickey Mouse champions. So let's break it down. Get the important stuff out of the way first. As expected, no Wemby or Castle tomorrow night, and even the biggest shocker, possibly a 50-50 chance that whether Luke Kornet plays or not. Because how the fuck did he hurt himself? Did he hurt himself on the game-winning block against the Magic in Orlando? We didn't know it. Like, some of these injuries in San Antonio have been really mysterious. But the most disappointing one, at least personally for me, no Jordan McLaughlin, meaning we do not get to recreate or update this picture we took at last year's game towards the end of the season, when we were shifting gears from cold weather to warm weather while going from winter wonderland season 4 to spring is in the air season 4. So let's talk about what we may or may not see tomorrow night, technically later on tonight. First of all, with this graphic you see on the screen, I did, give my mom the full consent and green light to use my Gen Play to watch, the Jacob and Sean version, in case I show up on the Spurs feed in my Spurs gear. But she politely and generously declined because she was afraid that she was going to mess something up. And I said, as long as you don't mess anything up and know what you're doing, you're fine. But I can understand that because she doesn't want to mess anything up and thinking it's hers. And then she adds something that she watches to my, profile. And then I go to watch the next Spurs game on Monday, which is against the Pelicans on Fox Southwest. And I look at it like, what the fuck is this? I don't watch this shit. But hey, I mean, it was the effort and the thought that counts, right? More the thought more than anything. The last time we beat these bozo McGee's was their COVID vaccine game in 2021. So therefore, we have not beaten them since then because we basically got humiliated in 2022 for part 3 of the Kelly Berglund birthday miracle. The last game before Brian Wright Pop in the front office blew up the fucking team during that, third miserable season of 6 we had. So therefore, that was like the second to last year pre-Wembenyama. And then 2023 when we met Beth Regali, I knew we were going to get humiliated because that whole season I took off except the one game just to not mess with tradition. I knew we were going to be garbage. That's how we got Wembenyama, and the only one Wembenyama has played in so far, and that record will continue to stand until something changes next season for my 30th anniversary as a fan. We actually almost did win that, but then a late turnover when we had all the momentum in the world to pull off a come-from-behind victory in the middle of the day in 2024 cost us the victory. And last year, without Wemby and Fox, we took the fight to these bozo McGee's and actually almost beat them. So, therefore, I like our chances tomorrow night, but I hope unto God that Kornet is able to play because we cannot win this game without him because he was really crucial for us in the last game against Mr. Charnigo's Magic in Orlando the other night. But I think we have the upper hand just by a little bit in terms of who's in favor to win this game because, these dipshits are not doing so hot this year compared to last year's team. So, therefore, we could always use my homeboy Biyombo if Kornet is unable to go along with false Patty Mills. So, there's a chance Biyombo might be able to play if Kornet is unable to go tomorrow night, technically later on tonight. So, only time will tell. You just never know what's going to happen next. And if Dylan Harper and Carter Bryant are actually playing together and firing all cylinders, if either one or the other plays on the floor separately or they both play on the floor, together, it's a nightmare for these clowns. So therefore, I like our chances here because Harper with the Spurs has won the game. The team has won more games when Harper plays extended minutes or plays period more than lost. So as long as Harper shows out and Carter Bryant, does his part to assist his fellow rookie, then I feel like we have a shot at beating these assholes. So maybe we'll get to see my homeboy David Jones-Garcia get some minutes as well. And Sohan, you better show up tonight. Otherwise, I'm literally going to go on a fucking killing spree if you don't show out tomorrow night, technically later on tonight. So therefore, and hopefully before the game, if we're able to get to the arena in time for this, we can go to the autograph session for the visiting team bench and actually meet some of the Spurs players like we did last year. And we're probably going to come too late or too soon for some of these players or both. So as long as they get to see one of the homies like Biyombo or Jones Garcia since McLaughlin ain't playing. That's all I really want. But even if I can, I would actually choose Harper or Bryant to meet and get a picture with if I can't get Biyombo or Jones Garcia. So I'm gonna have a lot of fun tomorrow. Technically later on tonight. After tomorrow or in the first half of the day, technically later on today, I go to the formal with my girlfriend and my friends at ViaQuest. My job where we all go. The whole crew goes to the same venue. My first rodeo was held in 2022, but this will be mine and my Emily's first time going together. So I'm really looking forward to a whole ass day of fun. The formal in the first half, the Spurs Cavs annual yearly tradition in the second half. So have a good night tonight and a better day tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Good night. And I will see you all probably tomorrow. It'll be scheduled. I'll be able to I'll work on it a little by little after I get home from the game, but I'm going to be too tired to upload it. And if I'm lucky to ever even upload it at all after I come home from the game, then even though it's not a work night and I get to stay up for the all night and, get to sleep all day Saturday to rest, I'll be lucky if I upload the son of a bitch. But even if I do, I'll schedule it for and early Saturday morning upload while I'm sleeping in. So I'll decide when the time gets close. So if you see something in a certain way, then you'll know why. But I will see you all for that upload either later at the end of tomorrow night, technically later on tonight, or going into Saturday morning, technically tomorrow morning. So see you later, everyone. And as always, go Spurs, go. Let's beat these 2016 Mickey Mouse champions. And one thing to these dumbass Cavs fans, they can take that fraudulent, luck-based, undeserved, fake-ass 2016 Mickey Mouse championship and shove it where the sun don't shine, baby. Okay, we're done for real now. Let's go into tomorrow and have some fucking fun. See you later, everyone. But wait, one more thing. What's even better is that what's different about this year compared to last year is that unlike a year ago, Swipe was playing this time. So that spells even bigger disaster for these frauds in the 2-1-6. So fake Cal Petty better watch the fuck out if, this guy starts lighting it up like Lizzie Green, especially in the fourth quarter where it matters most, where he always comes in clutch. So, okay, now we can say goodbye for real this time and get ready for a fun-ass doubleheader tomorrow, technically later on today. See you later, everyone. And as always, go Spurs, go.
Go Spurs, go!
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.